Your Etsy listings aren't failing because your products aren't good enough. They're failing because you keep making the same SEO mistakes that tank thousands of shops every single day. And the worst part is that most sellers think they're fixing their listings when they're actually making the problem worse. Hi, I'm Sarah, and I help handmade Etsy sellers get consistent sales by mastering Etsy's search algorithm. I have coached hundreds of students and reviewed thousands of listings, and I see the same costly mistakes over and over again. So if you've been tweaking your titles and your tags, but you still can't figure out why nothing's working, this video is going to save you hours of frustration. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly which SEO mistakes are killing your visibility and, more importantly, how to fix them so Etsy actually starts showing your products to buyers. And if you want to go even deeper, I'm hosting a free live masterclass. The link is in the description so you can grab your spot. So let's start with one of the easiest mistakes to fix and one of the most common. Etsy gives you 13 tags for every listing, and you need to use every single one of them, no exceptions. Your tags are what gets your shop in front of buyers. I want you to think about it like you're choosing a location for a physical store. Would you rather be in a neighborhood with no foot traffic or one where potential customers are constantly walking by your window? Every tag that you skip is a missed opportunity to show up in more searches. Etsy's algorithm is literally waiting for you to tell it where your products belong. If you're only using 8 or 9 tags, you're leaving visibility on the table. Branch out, use all of your tags, get your products in front of more shoppers. But even if you're using all 13 tags, there's another mistake that can completely cancel out all your hard work, and that's how you write those tags. Let me ask you something. When you shop on Etsy or Target or Amazon, do you just type shirt into the search bar? Probably not. You're looking for something specific, a green shirt, a long sleeve shirt, a sparkly shirt for New Year's, whatever it might be. And that's exactly how buyers search on Etsy. They use long tail 2 to 3 or more word phrases that describe exactly what they want. And that matters for your SEO because Etsy uses something called query matching. That means listings that use the exact phrase a buyer typed in are more likely to rank. And buyers searching for those long tail phrases, they know exactly what they want, which means higher conversion rates and even more sales for you. So stop using single word tags, start using long tail keyword phrases. Now, I want to hear from you. Comment below. What's your biggest struggle right now? Is it getting traffic to your listings or is it converting that traffic into sales? Tell me in the comments. Now, once you're using the right kind of tags, we need to make sure you're using the right keywords altogether. And that's where a lot of sellers really fall flat because it doesn't matter how well you rank if buyers aren't actually searching for that keyword that you're ranking for. And I see this all the time. It's sellers who come up with what they think sounds like a good keyword phrase, or they use ChatGPT to generate some phrases and they just run with it. No data, no research at all, right? The problem with that is without real data, you have no idea if buyers are searching for that specific search term. You could rank on page 1 for something that gets 5 searches a month and wonder why you're not getting any traffic. Keyword research is how you figure out what you should actually be targeting and what you can realistically rank for. Third-party tools like Marmalade or eRank will show you search volume and competition so you're not guessing. Etsy's marketplace tool is also very helpful for this, although their data is based off of the past 30 days compared to third-party tools that will show you what the next 30, 60, 90 days or even 12 months will look like. When you rank for the right keywords, you get found consistently. When you skip this research, you're hoping for the best. Then once you've nailed your keyword research, the next mistake could still ruin it for you if your tags and titles don't line up. Etsy actually recommends matching your most important keyword phrases from your title to your tags. Some people will tell you to branch out and not repeat keywords so you can rank for more searches. But my theory is that if a keyword is important enough to put in your title, it's important enough to want to rank for, so put it in your tags too. You become more relevant in Etsy's algorithm when you match your tags to your titles. That means you show up in more search results for keywords that you're actually targeting. Don't waste your tags on totally different phrases. Reinforce your most important keywords by matching them across your title and tags. Now let's talk about something smaller but surprisingly powerful. Because this next mistake seems harmless, yet it can completely break your SEO. Using punctuation in your titles makes them easier for buyers to read, and that is great. But the way you use punctuation matters. The rule is if you use anything other than commas, you need spaces between every word. And let me give you an example. Let's say you're listing a necklace and you want to target the phrase necklace for mom and blue necklace beaded. If you use commas, you can type necklace for mom, blue necklace beaded. That works. Great. But if you use hyphens without spaces like this, Etsy reads mom and blue as one word, and you won't rank for either phrase that you're targeting. If you use hyphens, it needs to look like this with spaces on both sides. Small mistake, but a huge impact. So make sure you're formatting your punctuation correctly. And finally, the mistake that drives Etsy sellers absolutely crazy because it feels like you're doing the right thing, but you're actually hurting your shop. And that is changing things too often or all at once. You feel like you're being proactive. I totally get it, but you're actually sabotaging yourself. Etsy's algorithm needs time to gather data on your listings. When you edit your tags, titles, or descriptions, it can take 30, 60, or even 90 days for those changes to take effect and for Etsy to figure out where you should be ranking. If you're changing your keywords every week or two, your listings never get the chance to gain traction. They're stuck in a constant state of testing, and you will never show up consistently in those search results. And if you change everything in your shop all at once, you'll completely tank your traffic because Etsy has to retest all of your listings simultaneously. Here's what to do instead. Change a few listings per week. Keep track of what you changed and when, and then leave them alone for at minimum 30 days, preferably longer. Etsy recommends doing an SEO refresh once per season. That's it. Stop tweaking constantly. Give your listings time to work. And I will be honest, I learned this one the hard way too. When I first started on Etsy, I was that seller that was changing things way too often, thinking that I was optimizing. But my traffic was all over the place. One week I'd get a few visits, the next week, absolutely nothing, right? And I couldn't figure out what was working because I never gave anything enough time to actually work. Once I learned to slow down, pick a strategy, and commit to it for at least 30 to 60 days, everything changed. My listing started ranking, my traffic became much more predictable, and I finally started getting consistent sales. Now, that patience is hard. I get it. When you're desperate for results, I understand. But I promise you, consistency beats constant tweaking every single time. And if you want a shortcut to doing this the right way without the constant trial and error, here's your next step. I'm hosting a free live masterclass where I'm going to walk you through the complete system my clients use to get consistent, predictable sales on Etsy without ever having to chase trends or post constantly on social media. You'll get personalized feedback, you'll see real shop examples, and you'll leave with actionable steps you can implement immediately. Spots are limited because I want to keep it intimate enough to answer all of your specific questions when you're there. So grab your free seat at the link in the description below before they fill up. Now, before you click away, let's wrap this up with a quick check-in. Now that you know the 6 biggest Etsy SEO mistakes and how to avoid them, I want to know which one hit home for you. Drop a comment and let me know which mistake that you have been making so I know what kind of videos to create next. And if you found this helpful, make sure to subscribe so you never miss more Etsy strategy content. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.